It was the year 2012 and everybody was ready for the London Olympics. As usual, most of the big brands were competing to get the title sponsorship for the Olympics. Some of the notable big brands were Adidas, Nike, P&G, McDonald's, among others. In the end, Adidas managed to secure the title sponsorship, paying a huge amount of $150 million. With this victory, Adidas sat with the Olympics committee to put forth various rules and restrictions for the non-official sponsors. Some of the rules were so hard that not just Nike but any non-official sponsor were forbidden from featuring any of the Olympians in their ad campaigns. They were even prohibited from mentioning London Games or even using an image containing the Olympic rings. Any references to London or 2012 were not permitted in the campaigns. Words like London Olympics, Summer Olympics were not even allowed. Also, the Olympic organizing committee members were forbidden from wearing t-shirts from unofficial sponsors. The punishment for breaking these rules was said to be very harsh for the players, even to the extent of stripping the medals won during the games. The rules were so hard that they basically stopped the non-official sponsors from doing anything. So with all these restrictions, people were thinking that the Adidas campaign was going to go viral and be a clear winner in the Olympics.
Take the track and the field. Take the fan mail. Take the online marriage proposals and tabloid hysteria. Take the upset. Take the odds-defying win against the favourites at their own game.
But there was a hidden twist, and it turned out Nike out of nowhere emerged as a clear winner. 37% of the people were thinking that Nike was the title sponsor, while only 27% of the people were voting for Adidas. How on earth did Nike win this battle even after facing such restrictions? And how did Adidas lose even after paying $150 million and becoming a title sponsor for the event? This is where the power of marketing comes into play. Nike, as we all know to be the greatest marketing brand of all time, was not going to stop trying even after many restrictions. With all the restrictions, Nike found three main loopholes. The athletes were restricted from wearing t-shirts from non-sponsors, but were not restricted from wearing Nike shoes or any other brand shoes. Nike used this loophole and asked the athletes to wear Nike's Volt shoes. Volt shoes were unique as they had neon green color. This color had a contrasting effect to the running tracks, and the shoe with the big Nike logo was clearly standing out even from a far distance. The second restriction was that the brands should not use the name Olympics or any references to the name London, UK. In order to take advantage of this loophole, Nike came up with clever out-of-the-box thinking. It turns out there are 29 places around the world with the name London in them. Example, London Kiribati, London Island, Chile. There's one London in Ontario, Canada. There's one London even in Finland, etc. So Nike shot their commercials in 28 other locations, including East Africa, Ohio in USA, and even the London Road and London Gym. The third restriction was that Adidas was allowed to advertise with Olympic players, but Nike was not. It was very clear that Nike cannot use Olympic players for their ads. So they came up with this genius marketing campaign of Find Your Greatness. Instead of using the players, they used everyday athletes and focused on their energy, strengths, and made sure the ad coincided with the Olympics timelines. And this is how the ad looked like.
There are no grand celebrations here. No speeches, no bright lights. But there are great athletes. Somehow we've come to believe that greatness is reserved for the chosen few, for the superstars. The truth is, greatness is for all of us. This is not about lowering expectations. It's about raising them for every last one of us. Because greatness is not in one special place. And it is not in one special person. Greatness is wherever somebody is trying to find it.
This commercial was played in 25 countries, and it was a huge masterstroke by Nike to outwin Adidas. After the Olympics ended, this was the result of the campaign. Nike had an overall 59,000 online mentions, while Adidas only had about 26,000. In the Twitter space, Nike had around 16,000 tweets, while Adidas only had about 9,000. Nike had 5 million views in YouTube for its Find Your Greatness campaign, while Adidas only had 3.2 million views for its campaign. They even checked with the people to see who they think was the official sponsor. 37% of the Americans thought Nike was the sponsor, while only 27% thought of Adidas. This brings Nike out as a clear winner. Nike even connected the marketing so well that the neon color wool shoes were clearly visible on the players, and they were the first to be seen in any of the Nike showrooms during that time. This enabled the customers to connect well with their Olympic heroes by buying their favorite shoes. And this is the story of how Nike cleverly outsmarted Adidas with its genius marketing strategy, even when the odds were totally against Nike's favor.